Hey guys, C here. Thank you so much for clicking to join me in today's video. I'm always excited in my videos, but today I'm super excited. And that is because I have 4 work-free days planned ahead of me. Today is Wednesday, June 18th. It is after work. It's shortly before bedtime. And I'm excited to start planning and prepping how I'm going to spend my 4 days, which includes tons of sewing. Okay, tomorrow is Juneteenth. My company recognizes that as a national holiday. It is paid, and I was thinking, well, why do I want to go to work on a Friday after being off on a Thursday? No, we're gonna take some PTO. Okay, and so that makes Thursday, Friday 2 child-free days because my kids will be in childcare all day. And Saturday, I'm meeting up with a friend in Charlotte to have a girls' day. And then Sunday, I'm going to reset and get ready for the week and sew a little bit. But in between all of that, I'm going to be sewing a lot, okay? So here are my plans. I want to have a very productive and fruitful and fun sewing weekend. So the first thing that I want to kickstart are some stash busters. I recently used this denim fabric to make Butter 7022. I've highlighted it twice on my channel. I have a complete dedicated video to that garment, as well as highlighting it in my spring sewing makes. I had a little bit of that denim left over, but enough to cut out another vest because I'm obsessed with vest making. So this is, and I'm obsessed with this pattern, Butter 6901, okay? Here's another one. I still have forgotten to extend the length of this vest. So my belly button will be poking out again, or I gotta pair it with some high-waisted pants or skirt, something again. But I still love this pattern. So this is going to be the exterior, and then I've already sewn up the lining. It is scrap as well, so I'll pan the camera over so that you can see that scrap that's already sewn up. So that is the first to do because I have worked with the vest and the shorts multiple times. It should be a breeze. I've already pinned up my darts. So yeah, so that is the first thing that I want to work on. My second scrap buster is using this beautiful brocade that has been highlighted twice on the channel as well. The first time it was highlighted was in a fabric haul from Joanne earlier this year, and then the second time was in my spring sewing makes because I made a beautiful new release pattern. It was a simplicity vest pattern. This brocade is glorious. And so with the fabric that I have left over, I think I can pull some shorts out of it. I think it is just enough to get another pair of shorts using the same pattern, Butter 6901. That is definitely a tried and true. That is hands down so far my favorite pattern of this year. It's not a new release pattern, so it's been around for maybe 2 years, I think. A year? Oh, why am I guessing? Why don't I just look? This pattern was released in 2022. So 3 years that this pattern is out. So check out simplicity.com to see if you can get your hands on it. But with this brocade, I'll be making the shorts of Butter 6901. And this will be my second time making the shorts, my third time cutting it, because my pending project is those shorts too. Now, cut me some slack. I know I'm becoming a little redundant, making the same patterns over and over again, but if you like something, you just like it. It just works for me. I have to make very few modifications. I look good in it. I feel good in it. Tried and true, okay? So those are the scrap busting pieces that I want to do this weekend, and both of those should be relatively quick and simple sews. I then want to go ahead and move on to another quick sew, but this time an outfit. And this time I want to visit my knits because I do not sew with knits as often as I used to. And for the outfit, I will be using this green floral knit, because you know I love green and you know I love floral, okay? So I have 3 yards of this beautiful knit fabric. This is a ribbed knit that I purchased from Joanne, I want to say last year, last fall maybe. And for this beautiful fabric, I would like to use Simplicity 9679. This was one of my tried and true patterns last year because I made 2 or 3 of this pattern last year. So this will be my first time revisiting it since then. In the past, I've made view C and view A. This time around, I'm gonna make view B. So it's going to be a sleeveless top. I love this pattern. Now, I'm a modest dresser, but I feel like this is just a tad subtle sexy, okay? Man, it's been a little peekaboo of the shoulder, and I'm still comfortable, I'm still covered, and it's still appropriate for me to wear in my line of work. So Simplicity 96.79 view B for the top, and I want to pair that with Simplicity 97.51 view B, the skirt. Last year I made view C and view A. It's another tried and true pattern, huh? And this time around I want to make view B, which is a maxi skirt, but it has a split on the side. And I think that those two patterns and this beautiful fabric, yes, I'm here for it. It's going to be fitting and slinky, and it's going to accentuate the right things. I am super excited. So those are the 4 projects I would like to complete in total, and I think they can be accomplished. The last 2 patterns that I mentioned are rated as easy, and because I've worked with all 3 of these patterns on multiple occasions, I have no concern in the world that I can't whip those up really quickly. You guys might slow me down with me filming, but it's okay because I love to share. Now, currently on my workbench is a suit that I was supposed to work on, and it has been up for 2 weeks and I still have not touched it. Because that blazer, Butter 6960, will take a little bit of time, I'm just going to put that off to the side and we'll visit that later, because I definitely want to tackle some things that I'm pretty confident that I can sew. And I think working with some easier, quicker projects will definitely give me the momentum and the excitement to then dive into something a little more strenuous. Okay, so those are the plans for this weekend. Right now, I just want to go ahead and tidy up the shed so that way tomorrow, bright and early, after the kids go to daycare and summer camp, I can dive into the shed and sew to my heart's content until it's time to get lunch with Hubs. Coffee and lunch with Hubs, okay? So yeah, let's get to it. So I have gone ahead and tidied up, and the she shed. It's looking a lot more breathable now. While I'm out here, I figured I might as well just go ahead and cut all of my pieces so I can get right into sewing, as if it's batch cutting all over again. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the shorts. The problem with the brocade shorts is the shorts are already cut in another fabric, so I have to take the fabric pieces from those shorts so I can cut it out of this fabric. But it's okay. Well, it should be, I think the shorts are like 5 pieces, I think. So, okay, cool. Whatever. And then this should be pretty straight to the point because I've already cut the top piece for this pattern. So, you just got to iron my pattern piece out. And then I'll probably have different pattern pieces for this skirt. But this skirt is literally 2 pieces. It might be 3. So boom, boom, bam. Let me go ahead and cut this while I'm out here, and I'm so excited. I'm also able to get in bed pretty early so I can get some good rest and start my day fresh. So I'll check in with you guys in just a bit. Okay, change of plans because I do not have enough brocade to cut the shorts. So I am literally just the tiniest bit off from having enough to cut these shorts. The tiniest bit. So a little disappointed, yes, but that's okay because when I bought that fabric for the vest, I literally just bought enough for the vest and maybe for a mistake. And here's my mistake. This is what I have. So it's okay. I am not going to scrap this fabric. I don't know what else I could use it for other than pockets. But maybe I have a top or something. I don't know. I was really pushing it to think I can pull out any garment with it, but I'm going to keep it just in case. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my knit two-piece, this fabric. Okay. Since I wasn't able to make the brocade shorts, I thought maybe I'd go ahead and revisit another project that, even though it's not batch cut, it may be a good, quick and simple project for the weekend. I don't want to overload my weekend because I still want to be able to achieve all of these, but based on the knit two-piece, the skirt is literally one piece. It is cutting one piece twice. And I think it's like 5 steps. And the top is 4 pieces, and I think it has like 11 steps. Like, I'm gonna breeze through these, okay? If I put my mind to it, I'd probably tackle all of them tomorrow. So let me go ahead and toss one more project in. A couple weeks ago, I mentioned a Pinterest inspiration. It's a leisure wear outfit. It's a two-piece. It's like a boxy collared button-down top and then a pair of shorts. So I've shopped my pattern stash, and what I pulled out is Simplicity 9270. I made this pattern view B and view C last year in a tinsel or a linen. I can't remember. Let's revisit that top, view B, again. And then for the shorts, I could go ahead and use the shorts that came with this pattern, but those shorts are more tapered. So I'm looking at New Look 6737. This is a swimsuit pattern, but I figured it's worth giving the shorts a try. These are about 4 or 5 pieces a piece and around 12 or less steps. So should be relatively quick sews. Both patterns are rated as average, but I've already made this button down top and had great success with it, and a pair of shorts. I'm not worried about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these out in my silky knit, and we're gonna call it a night. It is 9 p.m. It's ridiculous how tired I am. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, it has been a productive evening. It is 10 p.m. and I am all squared away, ready to get some rest and kickstart my fun weekend. Here is where I have left off. I have completely prepped to walk right in and get started tomorrow. I'm going to kickstart things with my vest, Butter 6901. I have all my pieces prepped and my instructions ready to go. I have my thread and my bobbin. Oh, okay. And then I went ahead and put all of my projects in a dedicated bin so I can just go ahead and pull them out. Yes, we're excited. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. right, it is lunchtime and it is a great time to go ahead and stop what I'm doing. I've made awesome progress. So my vest is completely done, except for the buttons and the buttonholes. It looks awesome. I took a lot, and I mean a lot of time trying to understitch as best as possible because I really don't want that bright yellow lining visible. Now, I could not understitch very well up here, and so as expected around the neck, it's going to be a little visible. The back looks awesome though, so I'm not worried about that. And the armholes look really good too. So this is a great looking piece. I can't wait to get those buttons on, and I'm going to be covering the buttons. So I do have a little bit of scrap left over, and then I hemmed a client's pair of jeans not too long ago, and I had some scrap in my trash that mimics this vest. So I don't know if I want to do the solid medium wash blue or do the pattern. I'll take a look at it, but I'll be using 5/8 inch wide buttons, and that vest is done. So that was one project down. I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I'm gonna try out an authentic Jamaican restaurant here in town, and then we'll get started on the next project. See you in a bit. We're back in the shed, and it is super late. It is 10 p.m., but we have no plans for tomorrow. Well, we do, but it ain't work, okay? So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next project. I've already prepped my machine. I'm gonna stick with my quantum stylus because I just like it. And even though it's late, I don't anticipate on either one of these projects giving me a hard time. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working. I will touch base with you guys in just a bit. Alright, it's been an hour, and here is my top. Looks good. Now I just need to hem, and then I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the skirt. Super happy with it. Alright, how we looking? So I tried on the skirt before I serged up the sides to see how the fitting was. I'm standing on my tippy toes, so I was looking at the length as well. But looking good so far. I'm liking it. I still need to hem the top. I still need to hem the skirt. I think I'm going to, once I get the casing, the waist, the elastic around the waist, I think I might go ahead and shorten the hem. That way I can wear some sandals if I prefer. I'm liking it. Looks good. All right, let's finish this up. So I've been out here for 2 hours, and as you can see, all of my projects for today are done. I completed my new ensemble, and then I just have to worry about those buttons again. I have cleaned up. Excited. And I've also loaded my machine with my thread and bobbin for my next project. And so now I'm just going to set up this project and call it a night. So that is PTO day number 1. Well, the holiday. So I'm excited. I'm so excited with all of my progress and excited to work up this next leisure wear ensemble. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. So now that I've spent the last 5.5 hours at the DMV renewing my driver's license because I was unable to do so online and I could not make an appointment, I'm back home, ready to redeem what's left of my PTO, which has now been reduced to an evening. Okay, so good thing, after I wrapped up my knit two-piece, I went ahead and I prepped the next project, which are the shorts, New Look 6737. I went ahead and pinned up the sides and the crotch and went ahead and pinned up the pockets. So now it's just easy breezy. Just go ahead and sew each line. I actually do my projects like that quite often because it is time consuming. I don't have to keep stopping, pinning something up, sewing, go back, pinning something else up. I can just pin everything all at once or several steps at a time and then sew all at once. And it's a little more efficient for me. Okay, so I'm grateful that I did that. That should take no time at all. I have about an hour and a half before I have to pick up all 3 of the kiddos. So I'm thinking that hour and a half I should be able to go ahead and finish up these shorts. I cut a size 16 and they're looking rather large. And I knew that 16 might be pushing it because it's a knit, it's gonna stretch, has an elastic casing. But I didn't want to cut the size 14 pattern piece because I knew if I was working with a woven that 16 would probably fit better. So I went ahead and cut the 16 and we'll make adjustments as we go. Every time I say it's gonna be too big, it always fits perfectly. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop yapping and start sewing. And after I sew these up, grab the kids, and after dinner time and after bath time, I'll head back out here and I'll work on the top. And that's my PTO day. All right, let's get to it.
I tried to be your everything, gave my everything, I sold out. Now just look at me, I'm a ghost with nothing left. Hollow, emptied out, what got lost can't be found. You stole every bit of me, now I can't remember. Ooh, who I am, what I like, what I do, what I'm like when without you. Ooh, should've known you're too good to be true.